municipal prices. You won't go wrong with the Ocala Golf Club. Call them for a tee time today, 352-401-6917.
Sold.
It's Monday. Not sure how you did it, but you actually survived an entire 2 days without hearing from Tom. Good job to you. And once again, good luck.
Welcome back to Ocala Talks on a Monday, the Monday after Christmas. Thank you for being here with us this morning. If you want to be a part of the program, 622-9622 is the number to call. 622-9622 is the number to call. Tell me what you think about this proposed turnpike extension. And remember, they're going to try to join it. If they do it, they're going to try to join it with the Suncoast Parkway as well and extend all that up to I-10. It's called progress, people. The question is, does it come through Marion County? Well, that's yet to be seen. It is winter time, so that means that the migration of the manatee is back. You can go to Homosassa, Crystal River, the Silver River, see some manatees now because as the water gets colder, the ocean gets colder, they come into the springs that are at a 72-degree constant temperature. And that brings back the question of, do they need to go on a list that makes them endangered again? Because now not only are 1,100 manatee have died this year in the Florida area, either through boating accidents or interactions with humans or starvation. And a lot of people are saying the starvation problem is a big deal. As more and more lakes get pollution in them and more nitrates in them and everything, the ecosystem of those lakes change, the grasses and the plant life in those ecosystems change, and the manatee is running out of food. People have taken to feeding them kale and everything. You never want to feed a wild animal because I think it's dependent on you and not on what they need to do, find food for themselves. So don't ever do that. But it brings the question, should they be, because of the mishaps with humans and all this year and what experts say is the food being depleted, should they go back on the endangered list? We've talked about this in recent weeks, and I say no. I read an editorial over the weekend that federal and state wildlife experts, I read an article, not an editorial, I read an article this weekend that says federal and state wildlife experts this month are taking unprecedented, some people say maybe desperate steps to feed manatees. One of several plans to find a substitute for underwater seagrasses. They're giving them romaine lettuce to prevent another winter famine that overwhelmed rescue operations of malnourished and dead manatees last year. The current crisis, according to the state, is part of an ecological catastrophe tied to the ongoing problems of water pollution, nutrient-rich discharges from Lake Okeechobee, waste from aging septic tanks and fertilizer runoff from farms to manicured lawns have taken a toll on Florida's Atlantic coast and Gulf Coast. With algae blooms, algae block sunlight to underwater seagrasses, their food to the manatees. Some are saying that the devastation of the primary food source of the manatees amounts to an environmental disaster. This is not new, folks. There's been septic tanks that have been putting waste into rivers. There's been runoff from lawns and farmland for years. But the manatee was recently, in the last couple of years, taken off the endangered species list. And that's got some environmentalists upset. And so I think they're doing whatever they can do, and this is just my opinion, They're doing whatever they can do to show cause for the manatee to be placed back on the endangered list. There's no need for that. There are plenty of manatee in the world. May not be plenty of manatee migrating to Florida, but there's plenty of manatee in the world. Just go to South America. You'll find all you want. But it is the age-old question of what do we do to protect the animal life from humans? I mean, they tell you don't feed the bear and keep your garbage cans shut for bear because we're in their habitat and they won't remove bear. We called Fish and Wildlife, had a bear in the neighborhood. Fish and Wildlife said it came from the wildlife preserve that was right there past the Berrien County Firehouse on 326, and that his roaming is natural right about this time because he's looking for food or she's looking for food before hibernation. So just keep your food sources, your garbage cans locked, and don't give the bear anything to eat, and they'll go away. But they weren't going to come remove them because we've encroached on their land, is how environmentalists have gotten the government to look at it. And I guess when you look at it at the basics, we have encroached on their land. I mean, my dogs keep, they make enough ruckus in the backyard, and our bear's not going to come in the backyard. We keep the garbage, in the garage until the day we put it out, and it's secure when we put it out. We're taking the right steps. That's what needs to happen here with the manatees. People need to take the right steps to stop some of this waste runoff. And the grasses will come back. Grass will come back. The underwater grasses will come back. A big help in our area would be if Silver Springs got annexed by the city of Ocala. And then the city of Ocala put everybody in Silver Springs on city sewer. The runoff, them septic tanks would no longer be running off into the Silver River, emptying into the Silver River. That would help a lot to not only restore the manatees' underwater grasses, but a lot of the underwater habitat that is no longer at Silver Springs. I don't see that happening anytime soon, but that would solve that would be a solve of the problem. It's always a question of where human rights and where animal rights, cross, who has the right of way. Most humans will tell you humans. Environmentalists will tell you animals. The environment. You have to make that decision on your own. But to put out propaganda, in my opinion, to overstate the dangers, in my opinion, to the manatee are nothing but an environmentalist group or environmentalists trying to get them put back on the endangered list for an animal that's not endangered. Its population may be dwindling in our area, but it's not endangered. We'll take a break. We'll come back. More on Ocala Talks on the Monday in between Christmas and New Year's. This is 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, WOCA. The Source.
Are you or your loved one being released from a hospital and wondering how you'll manage? Inform your physician that you want to go to Palm Garden of Ocala at 2700 Southwest 34th Street for your rehabilitation. Palm Garden provides pain management, post-discharge follow-up, diabetic care, psychosocial support, and so much more. Plus, they even offer outpatient rehab. This award-winning care facility has a team of licensed professionals dedicated to enhancing your independence. Call 352-854-6262.
USA Radio News with Lance Pry.
Between 8,000 and 12,000 shipping containers carrying medical supplies to various parts of the United States are on delay of up to 37 days due to ongoing transportation congestion. That's according to new data from the Health Industry Distributors Association. They say medical supplies that arrived at a U.S. port on Christmas Day won't be delivered to hospitals until February 2022. The House Democrats slam Vice President Kamala Harris as uninterested and uncooperative on the border crisis. Representative Henry Cuellar of Texas, whose district covers nearly 200 miles of the U.S.-Mexico border, told the New York Times he has been disappointed by his interactions with Harris, who was tasked by President Biden with addressing the migrant border crisis. Vice President Harris on CBS News Sunday defends her actions.
I'm Vice President of the United States. Anything that I handle is because it's a tough issue, and it couldn't be handled at some other level.
USA Radio News.
It may feel like age is just a number, but the fact is, even if you're healthy and active, your immune system weakens as you get older. And if you're 65 or older, you're at an increased risk for potentially serious illnesses like pneumococcal pneumonia. One way to help protect yourself is to get immunized against vaccine-preventable diseases like pneumococcal pneumonia. Dr. Jorge Gomez shares more on behalf of the American Lung Association.
Pneumococcal pneumonia is a potentially serious bacterial lung disease that can disrupt your life for weeks. Adults 65 or older are over 10 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia than adults 18 to 49. You may also be at increased risk if you have certain chronic health conditions such as asthma, diabetes, or heart disease. If you're 65 or older, vaccination can help prevent pneumococcal pneumonia.
This flu season, visit lung.org/pneumococcal and talk to your doctor or pharmacist about pneumococcal vaccination.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
Are you wasting time boxing up packages and going to the post office or the UPS store? Are you tired of not knowing what you'll pay when you get there? Just Ship offers pickup service and flat rate packaging and postage rates, which takes the guesswork out of shipping while saving you time and money. So quit wasting valuable time and money. Call or text Just Ship at 352-234-3840. That's 352-234-3840. Just Shipped.
Veterans Helping Veterans USA. Call 352-433-2320. We help veterans and their families with limited financial assistance, counseling, employment referrals, and a food and clothing bank. You can help in making a huge difference in the veterans' lives we serve by donating food, clothing, household items, or direct financial assistance. All donations are tax deductible. Veterans Helping Veterans USA. 352-433-2320. Thank you for your attention, and God bless America.
It's the Mecum Auto Auction in Kissimmee, Florida. The Mecum Auction Company is the world leader of collector car, vintage and antique motorcycle, and road art sales, and this year's auction is in Kissimmee from January 6th to the 16th at the Osceola Heritage Park. WOCA will be broadcasting live from the auction January 7th from 10 a.m. to noon, and you can join us. 5 winners will receive a free one-day ticket for 2 to tour the venue, check out the cars, watch the auction, and take in the Mecum experience. To enter to win, call us at 352-732-8000 when we play this sound.
Sold, 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 sold.
That's 352-732-8000 when this sound is played.
Sold, 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 sold.
This year's auction features over 3,500 vehicles, including the breathtaking McLaren Speedtail. There are only 100 in the world, and you can get up close and personal this year at the Mecum Auto Auction. In order to win, you must be available to attend on Friday, January 7th only. So join Galen Unolda and Shane Matthews live from the Mecum Auto Auction January 7th, 10 a.m. to noon, and listen for this sound.
Sold, 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 sold.
For your chance to win the Mecum Auto Auction Kissimmee, January 6th through the 16th.
You're getting ready to move and you work hard. That's why you call Two Men in a Truck, 352-289-0666. You need pros, trained professional moving experts to do the heavy lifting for you. That's why you call Two Men in a Truck, 352-289-0666. They care about your things as much as you do, and they do it fast and right. That's why you call Two Men in a Truck, 352-289-0666. Visit twomeninatruck.com and get moving.
Two Men in a Truck.
Think you know Dex Imaging? Think again. In the office, streamlining communications. In the field, delivering top-notch service, enhancing productivity and reducing downtime. In the data center, a part of the growing digital document revolution. In the world of business, supporting entrepreneurs and helping companies grow. In the forefront of technology, developing cutting-edge document management solutions. So if you think you know Dex Imaging, You don't know Dex.
Each morning, we wake up thankful to live in a free nation with liberty and justice for all. But sometimes those liberties can be put in jeopardy, and you may have questions about what to do or who to call. Let Doc Blanchard of Blanchard, Miriam, Adele, and Kirkland help you find the answers. Attorneys at law since 1974 and located in downtown Ocala. If you have legal issues, don't go it alone. Call 352-732-7218. Blanchard, Miriam, Adele, and Kirkland, helping protect your liberties every day.
Ocala Business Leaders Incorporated is a group of independent local firms providing a wide range of quality goods and services. Each firm strives to maintain the highest level of professional integrity and 100% customer satisfaction. When you're looking for goods and services, call a member of the Ocala Business Leaders, and we are confident you will be pleased with the results. If you're interested in becoming a member of the Ocala Business Leaders, join us at the Ocala Municipal Golf Course, 3130 East Silver Springs Boulevard, any Wednesday at 6:30 a.m. and enjoy a breakfast on us. For more information, check OcalaBusinessLeaders.com.
Dad's service to our country is something we're so proud of. He made a difference and set a great example. Now it's our turn to honor the sacrifices he made for our family and this country. As veteran specialists, Hires Baxley Funeral Service helps us celebrate Dad's life and can help you too. Hires Baxley is here for you during your time of need or when planning for the future. For more information, call 352-484-0891 or visit hiresbaxley.com/choice.
Hello, gorgeous.
Hi, this is Becky at Hello Gorgeous Salon. It's time to get that new look started. Let's get rid of those sun-damaged ends and faded out color and get into something rich and vibrant. Humidity is not your hair's friend. It causes your hair to capture moisture and leaves it looking dry and unhealthy. Hello Gorgeous is a certified Brazilian blowout salon. We can tame those locks, leaving your hair healthy and shiny with a Brazilian smoothing treatment. So let us help you make a great first impression. Call us today to set your appointment at Hello Gorgeous. Our number is 352-351-5358. Again, that's 352-351-5358. And don't forget, we also do men and children's cuts too. 351-5358. Hello Gorgeous is conveniently located in the heart of downtown Ocala. So call today and set up your appointment at Hello Gorgeous Salon at 351-5358. That's 351-5358.
Hello, gorgeous.
Now you've done it. Have you lost your mind? He's back. And you're listening again. A legend in his own mind. Don't believe me? Just ask him. Here's Tom Schmitz live on WOCA. The Source.
Welcome back to Ocala Talks on a Monday. It's the Monday after Christmas with the Omicron variant spreading like wildfire through Florida. Still, the symptoms are not near as, while it's more contagious, the symptoms not near as severe as Delta or the original COVID-19, this according to CDC. Although they say tamper that with a bit of caution because it's only been a month. We don't know yet how bad it will be, whether it could get worse. But right now it looks like that it is not near as bad as it could be here as the Omicron variant takes Florida. 33,000 cases, I believe, is where we're at in Florida at last count. Let me go look. I got an update right here. Nearly 33,000 new cases yesterday. But, that's the Omicron variant is what the Omicron variant is what they're talking about as the reason for this. And it doesn't look to be as bad as the other variants. It seems to be weaker. The death toll still drops every day. So it's flu season, folks, and this is a flu-like virus. And this variant seems to be closer to the flu than it is to the original COVID-19 that has killed over 800,000 people in the United States. Or, has been given the responsibility of killing over 800,000 people. Also, the backlash from this is the people who haven't been vaccinated. 65% of the state of Florida has been vaccinated. But the non-vaccinated are using this to say, see, you got vaccinated, you got the second shot, you got a booster shot, you're still getting sick from COVID. You put a shot in your body that was supposed to stop this, and it didn't. We were right. That's why we didn't get a shot. That's the backlash that this Omicron variant is showing, because it is being shown that even if you're vaccinated with a third booster shot, you're still susceptible to it. It's not near, it's very mild if you've had your shots, according to what the CDC is saying. But this is a virus. It's a virus, folks. It's going to be here for a while now. We just have to learn more about it and get used to how we have to take care of it. This version here, this Omicron version, sounds like, chicken soup, some Mucinex, and 3 days in bed. Might be the best cure. Wait, that's how you cure the flu and the common cold. So, a lot of people think this Omicron variant, while it is the dominant stage of the coronavirus right now, which creates the potential, it is the one. It is the dominant stage now, but it's not as bad as the ones that were before. Medical officials say it appears people infected with the Omicron variant are suffering fewer severe symptoms. Let me read that to you again. Medical officials say it appears people infected with the Omicron variant are suffering fewer severe symptoms. I still know of only one death by the Omicron, but what they say is Omicron, and that's in Houston, in Texas. There may be more, but I only know of the one. Testing centers are back open, though, with long lines as we settle in for a long winter's nap. It's just the facts, folks. It's not going anywhere. So I don't know if you do Reddit or not, but some people do Reddit. And one guy recently, a Reddit person, asked for non-Americans to say what's something us Americans aren't ready to hear. And some of the results were kind of funny. It's a viral thread that's on Reddit. Some of the top responses: a lot of your Americans aren't ready to hear that a lot of your favorite food brands make better versions of their products outside of America. America usually gets the short end of the stick on some of the products that are American products. That's from an American living in America. An American that lives in Germany confirmed that Philadelphia cream cheese in Germany is much better than it is here. That's according to an American that lives in Germany. Apparently, people from other countries aren't ready to hear us Americans consider everybody foreigners. They said, let's remind you Americans, you're a foreigner to us and around 220 other countries. I understand that, but we're not trying to get into your country illegally. You're trying to get into ours. One Reddit person from Europe wrote, Americans' bathroom stalls are exposed AF. You know what that means. A grown man could crawl into one of them, and the vertical gap in between the door and the side latch is big enough that a full eye contact with anyone walking by can be had. That's always been a problem. I agree with that. One thing wrong with America that we're not ready to hear is that many other countries get minimum 4 weeks of paid vacation leave for employees and paid maternity leave even for the father. Yeah, Greece had a 24-hour work week with 6 weeks of paid vacation maternity leave for the mom and the father. It went bankrupt. Okay, let's remember that. It went bankrupt. Good morning, you're on Ocala Talks.
Good morning, Tom. What really tickles me is about with what you're saying is we always knew our government put America last.
Always.
And, the other thing we got is you have all this stuff here going on, and yet can you think of a better place to live?
Still the greatest place on earth.
Listen.
Still the greatest place on earth, Sonny. Thanks for the call. And Florida's the best of the 50 states. Americans don't want to hear that staying alive isn't something that should cost more than the person's net worth. You live in a main global superpower, a country that can wipe out other places off the map. Your country has so much wealth, yet people die of treatable health problems because they can't afford to go to the doctor. I agree with that. Sometimes the poor get left out. Americans don't want to hear the amount of food we waste is wild. My wife will attest to that. She doesn't want to hear it either, and I waste food all the time. This is one I've always said. When I went to Europe, I knew that this was a better way. The way you add tax to everything at the register is mental. Just tell me what it cost on the frickin' label. I agree with that 100%. There should be no taxes at the register. All of that should be figured in and put on the price tag where it hangs in the shop you're buying it from. I agree with that 100%. Two more. The U.S. is a great place to be rich and a bad place to be poor. Depends on your situation and what you think and what makes you rich and what doesn't make you rich. Money doesn't always make you rich. And then finally, Americans don't want to hear this, but to all people around the world, we do have an accent. We don't think we have an accent. Everybody else does. Well, when they hear us talk, they think we have an accent. It's only fair. So those are 10 things that America's not ready to hear, according to the Reddit. There's a lot more. We'll get into more of those as the days progress. We'll take a break, come back with this day in history and birthdays to wrap up a Monday of Ocala Talks, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM. This is WOCA, The Source.
Will this be the year you finally get to enjoy Christmas at home? Let the Personal Service Center help you with your presents and goodies. They can gift wrap them, box them up, and ship them out, leaving you more time to enjoy the real meaning of the season. Personal Service Center, corner of Northeast 25th Avenue and 24th Street, 352-789-6683. Look for the yellow signs.
Tick-tock. The days fly by, and we find tax season is upon us once again. Not to worry, though. With a reputable CPA